Have you ever felt unsafe while walking alone at night or even during the day? If so, is there an instance you'd like to share with us today?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, well, I often feel safe enough, but yes. Yes. I definitely do feel unsafe when I'm like walking alone or by myself at night or even day because
We're talking about personal safety today. Did you know that there's an app for that? Well, there is, because there's an app for everything. And that is what we're going to talk about today. There's actually quite a few apps for it. I'm going to mostly talk about the one that I have because I like it. But there are plenty of apps. All you do is go into the app store, search up personal safety, and you're going to see a bunch of apps, some with different features. Hi y'all, my name is Elizabeth Lisi Ramirez, and welcome to my channel. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single video. You can find me on social media at BelieveELI. Links are also down in the description, along with some other cool stuff. So let's get started. So the app that I use for personal safety is called Noonlight. It used to be called SafeTrek. I've had it since it was called SafeTrek. I've had it for years on my phone. I would just download it to whatever new phone I get. It is free to install on both iPhone and Android. It does have a monthly subscription if you want the extra features, like linking to Lyft and Uber, or hands-free with the Apple Watch or Alexa. So this app is great for when you're walking alone or maybe like you're ride sharing. Here's how it works. So pretty much, you open the app and it's a big button. You press the button. That's how it works. Simple, right? That's why I like it. No, for real. So it's a button you press when you feel a little unsure of yourself and wherever you are. You keep holding it, and when you let go, it means you are either safe and you put in your PIN, or you're not safe and they will be calling you, texting you, and sending your location to the police. But if you're safe, you let go and you put in the 4-digit code that you create when you first set up the account. And there's other apps like Parachute, Rave Panic Button, Red Panic Button, Bond, Covert Alert, Be Safe, Katana Safety, Guardian, Get Flare, So Secure, and so on. There really are just so many apps. They all do different things. They have different features. Remember, these apps can't prevent anything, but they can alert the police, loved ones, and document your location. So Noonlight was created in 2013, and I believe I've had it since then. It was created at the University of Missouri. What most people don't realize is it could take up to 6 minutes to get a 300-meter radius of where you are. Noonlight gets the user's location, the exact GPS location, within 5 meters in seconds of triggering the alarm. It's super easy to use. It's a simple design. It has over 13,000 downloads in the App Store. It will calm your anxiety when you're out and about. They've handled over 150,000 emergencies. There's about over 2 million people protected. This is all facts from their website. It's my favorite app. It's super simple, and that's why I love it. It's just a button. Now let's hear what the ladies have to say. So hey, Millie.
hi.
Hi. I just wanted to ask you a question. Answer it as honest as possible. Do you ever feel unsafe when walking alone at night or even during the day? And if so, can you remember an instance that you felt unsafe and you're okay with sharing it with us?
Yeah. So I mean, ever since I was a child, like, my mom's always told me, like, never walk alone, always make sure you walk home with friends. If you're in an unsafe area, make sure you have, like, your key on, like, ready in case someone, like, attacks you. Like, it's always been instilled in my mind to, like, be vigilant, I guess. And there have been many times where I felt unsafe walking home. I don't tend to do it because of this reason. I try to steer away from, like, walking home alone. But there have been times where I've been catcalled or, like, cars beeping and, like, driving slower past me and stuff like that, where it just, like, kind of puts you on edge and makes you feel uncomfortable. So that's happened a bunch of times.
Do you ever feel unsafe when walking alone at night or even during the day? Can you remember an instance where you felt unsafe that you'd want to share with us now?
I'm trying to think. Okay, actually, yeah. So, where was I? I was in the city at a concert. And it was actually funny because my friend and I, we're both girls, we were going. And actually, I have two stories. So I'll do. But I'm like, okay. So my friend and I were in the city at a concert at night. We had gone there, no problem, whatever, because we just walked right in. We met two guys at the concert. We walked around with them for the rest of the night. Everything was fine. Nobody bothered us. We dropped them off at a parking garage, like around the corner. We walked one straight of like a street, you know what I mean? Like of a block. And in that one, like 50 feet, like 5 people yelled out their window. Like 5 different guys like yelled out their window, like, oh, like this, that, the other thing. And we were like, wow, like all we had to do was walk around with guys to feel like, you know, to not be bothered. As soon as the guys were gone, we were, you know.
Wow.
Yeah. And then it was funny because you said during the day too, there was another time in Riverhead when there's like a little boardwalk behind the shops and it was broad daylight, and I went there twice. Once was with a guy friend and I walked around, not a problem, really nice. So then later on when I was with a girl, I was like, oh, we should go to the boardwalk, we should walk around, it would be fun, whatever. We go, immediately 2 guys start following us. We're like, she's like 16, I'm like 17 at the time. 2 guys start following us immediately, you know, asking us like, what's our, you know, like, how old are you, like, you guys are so cute, blah, 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 right up on us. I start getting panicked because I'm like, hell no, like, no way. You know, like how the thing is you go and you walk up to people, they always say, oh, go find another guy and pretend you know them, or go find another group of people, pretend you know them. So we went to go do that, and as we started approaching the other group of, like, guys, they started doing the same thing. So I just, like, lost it. At that point, I just sprinted down the boardwalk, and to this day, like, it's funny, because I won't go back there, and I tried to, like, jump over, like, the fence to the aquarium, all that stuff. So, I mean, yeah, I've had my fair share of experiences, but, like, nothing crazy, thank God. Nothing ever happened.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah. There's definitely been moments where you have felt...
There's definitely been moments, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. No problem.
So, do you ever feel unsafe when walking alone at night, or even during the day? And can you remember an instance where you felt unsafe that you'd be okay with sharing with us?
Yes. Mostly I feel unsafe when I'm walking at night because I get really paranoid that someone's, like, following me. So, like, I'll start, like, looking around and everything. But an instance when I used to get it a lot is when I used to go to Nassau Community College. I used to have really late classes, so I'd have to walk in the parking lot by myself. And it's, like, really creepy. And, like, there's, like, it's kind of dangerous there because that's school. Dangerous to begin with. But, yeah, I would just be very paranoid, and I'd just keep looking around and everything.
Do you ever feel unsafe when walking alone at night, or even during the day? Can you remember an instance that you felt unsafe that you want to share?
Okay, well, I often feel safe enough, but when I moved to New York and walking in the city, like Manhattan, at nighttime, I low-key feel unsafe sometimes because Manhattan has, like, a big percentage of homeless people in Manhattan and, like, people that are on drugs, and they walk up to you often and, like, ask you questions, ask you for money, and it's so that makes me feel unsafe. But I always make sure I have someone with me in the city so that I'm not alone, and yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, do you ever feel unsafe when walking alone at night, or even during the day? And if so, can you remember an instance that you'd like to share with us today?
Yes. As we women know, in today's society, it has become the norm to brush off the catcalling and the verbal and physical harassments, whether it's walking on the streets at night or in broad daylight, in the streets, at work, wherever the case may be. So this is not something us women are supposed to get used to. Just as a little sidebar there. but I don't know if I ever told you this. We have been friends for 11 years now?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And when I was in high school, I was walking home because I had missed the bus. I think I was doing some extracurricular activities after school, and the bus just left. And I was actually in a main avenue, 12 Ave,
Mm-hmm.
very big avenue. And it was after school, and middle school was just getting out. And I was walking by the school zone area, almost home already, and a car pulls into a driveway. And I thought that, they were just getting home, but the guy gets off and he has no pants on, and he's masturbating, and he tries to grab me and I guess take me into the car. And I was 16 or 17 at the time, and I didn't know what to do. I just yelled, like, let me go, and I ran. Luckily, 2 houses down, there was an elderly couple bringing down their groceries, and I kind of I was so in shock, I didn't know what to do. I tried to explain it to them. I tried to call my mom on the phone, and she didn't understand what I was trying to say, because I kept telling her, this man grabbed me, trying to take me into a house, and she was just going ballistic. My dad was calling me on their other line. Like, the phone was just, crazy. It was hanging up. It was just going crazy. It was not, it did not go like it goes in movies. And I actually did the whole process. I went to a sketch artist, and they drew him out. Literally, I don't know how I did it, but they drew him out exactly how he looked like, and they were able to find him just the day after or 2 days later by your apartment. You know where the DMV is?
Yeah.
In that shopping center. And we saw everything happen because the detective kept us in the loop. I got the notice to appear in court, and my dad, given that I was a minor, my dad told him, look, I will not put my daughter in front of this man, because he probably does this a lot if he's doing it in broad daylight. And he will never know who my daughter is. Just have her testify behind the TV where he does not physically see her. And the justice system is so messed up that they required for me to face this man. Again, I was 16 or 17 years old, and they wanted me to face my harasser, or he would just walk free.
Wow.
And he walked free. I call them postcards, about his process, like when his court dates were, and what the process of him walking free would be. And one day I got a postcard from the state saying that he did it again. And this time the girl was 13, and she did confess in front of him, and he did do time. Not as much as you'd expect, not as much as we would like for him to do. I think it was like a year and 3 months or something like that. But he walked free shortly after that, and I became of age. I turned 18, and I stopped getting postcards from him. I still have those postcards saved, which is weird, but I do. I keep them as a reminder that no matter what we go through, we're women, and we're stronger than anything we can ever encounter or come across. But it's pretty scary. I ride bike or I exercise with my boyfriend at night, and I tell him to not take the main street, let's take the back streets, because of the honking and the yelling. It's not attractive. It kind of scares you, for someone to just yell out of nowhere, and it doesn't catch your attention in the way that men think. It catches their attention. Mm-hmm. It's more like a startling stare you give them back, not a I'm interested. You know, so I still to this day, even when I'm walking with someone, I try to avoid walking where there's a lot of people, where there's no people. It's kind of hard to just live life on, like, not paying attention to your surroundings. Sometimes my mother-in-law will tell me, oh, why do you look back so much? It's because you never know. And given the instance, you know, it kind of still haunts you in a way. So
Right.
I wish that this video does make it out to a lot of people, and especially men, and it does educate them that it's not attractive. It's not a way to get laid. It's not a way to find a girlfriend. It's not a way to find your future wife. And you're causing more trauma than you are anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Now you know something about me that you never knew.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I really do hope that this video does help out a lot of people and helps them speak up about it, because you've been my best friend for 11 years and you didn't know about it, because it's hard for someone to talk about it, you know. And you hear people saying, like with this whole Me Too thing going on, that's a lot of people say, oh, but if it happened 15 years ago, why are you talking about it now? It's because they finally, after 15 years, build up the courage to talk about it. And I don't think people talk or speak up about it to gain anything. It's more of a personal relief. But, yeah.
Do you ever feel unsafe when walking alone at night or even during the day? And can you remember an instance that you felt unsafe and you'd want to share that with us?
Okay, so I would say 9 times out of 10, I definitely do feel unsafe when I'm like walking alone or by myself at night or even day, because like a lot of times guys are very aggressive, even if they're not meaning to be, but like it just comes off very strong, and they don't really care much for like how you feel in a moment, because they're just trying to get at you. But I'd say like one of the most recent events that have happened to me is like I was on my way to school, and I was at Babylon train station, and it was like 8 o'clock in the morning. I was waiting for the bus, and I was there, and there was another older lady there, and this guy comes out of nowhere, and he's like trying to talk to me. And I'm usually a nice person, so I'll say like hi or good morning just so they can leave me alone. But he was like very persistent. Like he just kept like bothering me, and when I finally asked him to leave me alone, he like started calling me like all types of stupid bitches, telling me that he was gonna kill me, he was gonna follow me to the school, and like nobody was ever gonna find me. So like I got really nervous, and like I tried to laugh it off so he wouldn't think that I was scared or whatever. But then he was like, oh, keep laughing, bitch, da da da. So, like, I tried to get the police officer's attention, but he, like, walked right past me. So I'm guessing he either didn't hear or he didn't care much to stop. So at that moment, that's when I realized that it was up to me to get out of that situation, because everyone else who was standing around me didn't even try to step in or anything. Like, they just ignored it because, like, it wasn't really their business, I guess. So, like, just when I saw it, he walked away because he got tired of cursing at me and me not responding. He walked away, and I got on the bus, and the bus driver was about to walk away, and then he runs onto the bus, and he, like, puts his money in while looking at me with, like, this evil, like, smirk, and, like, he gets on the bus, and he's staring at me the whole time, and it just really was, like, I don't know, like, how to explain it. It just didn't sit well with me at all, and he was staring at me, like, deep in my eyes and just like laughing the whole time. So when my stop came, when I was getting off the bus, when I finally got to school, he was like, I know where you go to school now, stupid bitch, ha ha ha, like, yeah, don't be surprised if you see me. And after he said that, like, I ran into the school building and I just cried. And I remember like everyone who was sitting in the upbeat was just like looking at me and was asking me what's the matter, because I had posted about it on my Instagram story, and everyone was like, are you okay? And I just like broke down crying, because like it's only
but so much a female can take before they actually like break down and like they can't take it no more. It's like, imagine going out minding your business, just trying to get to school, and you're being harassed first thing in the morning. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning. But yeah.
Again, my name is Elizabeth Lisi Ramirez, and thanks for watching.